Maybe not now because jobs are not as plentiful. But there was a time in our lives that we might not have gone to a job if they didn't give us those benefits that we're looking for. But here in the Word of God, it says for all his benefits towards me. Wow, Pastor. What can you give him first thing in the morning for all the benefits that he's given unto you? And I was going to close with this, but Spirit has shifted me there. So let's go to 115, Psalms 115. Let's go to Psalms 115. And he says, in verse 13, he says, he will bless them that fear the Lord, both small and great. The Lord shall increase you more and more, you and your children. You and your children. You are blessed of the Lord, which hath made the heaven and the earth. The heaven, even the heavens are the Lord, but the earth he has given to the children of men. That's how blessed you are. He will not only bless you, he will bless you and your children's children. That's how blessed you are. And Pastor, how do we know that? Because your children on yesterday gave you back the love that you've given to them. They were not ashamed to stand before the body and tell of the father that you have been, of the grandfather, the pawpaw, even down to Michael. That's how. My Lord, my God, worthy is he. Worthy is he. Verse 1 in Psalms 116 says, I love the Lord because he hath heard my voice and my supplication. He's heard me. That's the love that he has for me. But I heard his voice. I heard him. That's the love that he's given me. And it says in 2, because he hath inclined his ear unto me. Therefore will I call upon him as long as I live. As long as I live. Now you're talking about loyalty. He's loyal to me, and I'm going to be loyal to him. As long as I live. So take this time to go to 1 Corinthians chapter 1. And I'll give you a moment to get there. 1 Corinthians chapter 1, verses 26. I'm going to start there. And he says, thus said the Lord, for ye see your calling, brethren, how that not many wise men after the flesh, not many mighty men, not many noble are called. But God has chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise. And God has chosen the weak things of the world to confound the things which are mighty. And the base things of the world and the things which are despised have God chosen ye, and things which are not to bring to naught things that are. Just in case y'all didn't understand that. What you got, Minister Barr? Read that, please. Just in case you didn't understand that. Want to break that down so that you can understand that. And then I'll tell you about it.
That not many wise according to the flesh, not many mighty, not many noble are called. But God has chosen the foolish things of the world to put to shame the wise. And God has chosen the weak things of the world to put to shame the things which are mighty.
See, let me just tell you this. On, I believe it was last Thursday, at the end of our service, Pastor said to Pastor Cochran in the church, you said, the probation is over. The probation is over. Pastor Cochran said, go home and pray about that thing so that you know what the probation being over is for you. That's the other part. Now see, the world says it because I know Minister Barnes and I have heard it. I'm sure Minister Gainey has heard it. Because sometimes the world look at New Hope as a laughing stock. in the streets as if we don't know what's going on, if we don't know what it's all about. So if that means that they look at us that way, then they look at our pastor that way, right? Because they said it's flowing from the top, from the head to the bottom, whatever it may be. But see, in the word here that we just read, so if you get a little confused, if you out there in the world and somebody telling you about your pastor, about your minister, go mark the scripture and go back to it and read it. And it says, but you shall see your calling, brethren, how that not many wise men after the flesh. Key word, after the flesh. Not many mighty, not many noble are called. Get an understanding of that. But God has chosen the foolish thing. So the world says it don't make sense. So therefore it doesn't exist. But the word here says, but God has not chosen the foolish things of the world. You don't have to confound the wise as they think they are in the world. You can't mix the worldly things or the carnal thoughts with those that are spiritual. Can't do it. And he said, and God hath chosen the weak things of the world to confound the things which are mighty. So they can't receive it. They will always want to compare or talk about this or that, but because they can't receive it. Because, again, remember those thoughts that God got towards you? But you got to stand on that, and you got to know what they are. You can't be dictated to by the world, Pastor. You have to do, your footsteps are ordered by God. And you got to know that. We as ministers, we got to know that. And not just us, you as members of the body of Christ, you got to know that. So when you get a little confused and the world tells you it's not that, then go back to the word and be rejuvenated in the word. That's how important it is that you have to have that Bible. That's how important it is that you have to come to Bible study, to Sunday school, because Satan is busy. And if you don't have on that armor, then he's coming in. And there have been men and women, even when we study the Bible, who thought that they were prepared for something when the Spirit, or when God told them, don't go, that battle ain't yours. They turned out there anyway and were killed. So that's even for us. Put on that armor that God has for you. He's awesome, you are, but in order to have that relationship with him, you got to spend a little time with him. But go back to the 116 and go to, I'm going to start at 12 again. What shall I render unto the Lord for all his benefits towards me? I will take the cup of salvation and call upon the name of the Lord. I will pay my vows unto the Lord now in the presence of all his people. Precious in the sight of the Lord is the death of his saints. So even unto death, precious is the death in the sight of the Lord. That's his calling. And that may be his calling on our lives. But he's already counted that cost. And we were supposed to have counted that cost. Are you willing to go there? We know by great testimony in the Bible that Paul was, Peter was, John was. We've got prophets. We know that they did. Jesus did. Precious. 16. O Lord, truly I am thy servant, Pastor. I am thy servant and the son of thy handmaid. Thou hast loosed my bonds. Real quick, go to Psalm 119, verse 125. I am thy servant. Give me understanding that I may know thy testimonies, Pastor. Know that. Back to 116, verse 17. I will offer to thee the sacrifice of thanksgiving, and I will call upon the name of the Lord. I will pay my vows unto the Lord.